Hi, and welcome to today's video, which is a declutter. I've gone through various items that I've got in my various collections and decided to put them together, and then with a view to either throwing away items, recycling, or passing them on. So I did have a little declutter which I didn't film earlier on in the year, and I got rid of quite a lot of eyeliners and lip liners, but the vast majority I have here because I've decided to go through my collection and make a decision on what I want and what I don't want, what I'm going to use and what I definitely won't use. So these are the results. So I'll go through perfumes first. I've got one of two perfumes that I decluttered in this range. This is a limited edition Nina Ricci, and it's a beachy fragrance, Chant de Stars. And I do like some beachy fragrances if they don't have sandalwood in. And it's not particularly unpleasant, it's just the DNA of it does smell like Nina Ricci scent smell to me, which aren't pleasant. But I bought this, and I bought a rose one because they were designed by Francis Kurkdjian, who has done Baccarat 540, which is a very expensive and very popular fragrance. So I thought, well, I wanted to try out these limited editions because it seemed on paper that there would be ones I would like. Unfortunately, they don't particularly smell pleasant. I've used about a quarter of this, and it just smells very chemically, very nasty. Like if you were ant spray or whatever, bug spray, that's what it smells like. And it's because I can smell the chemicals that are used to make vanillas and woods, where you can't extract oil from. It has to be artificially made. And instead of smelling like vanilla or wood, they just smell very, very nasty. And it does come to the blending and how expensive an ingredient they're going to be using. Have less problems in very expensive ranges where they tend to rely on better chemistry. But for me, they just don't work. I just think it's typical Nina Ricci. So I'll be passing this on because I had a rose version which I gave away to a relative, and the same relative is going to take that off my hands. Then I have another fragrance, and I've used a bit of, but I just don't like the overwhelming cinnamon note, and I should know because it's called Cinnabar. I like cinnamon if it's playing second fiddle to other fragrances, notes, but not on its own. And this is a spice bomb, but it is unisex. I'm not sure whether my relative will like it or whether I can pass it on to another friend, because it is quite a unique sort of fragrance, and it's not one that is generally going to be a crowd pleaser by any means. So I'll see what I can do with that. Now, the next item I've got is face oil. Now, I've got two. This one I'm throwing away because I've partially used it. It took me a couple of months to get this far, and it was to help remove makeup. I just don't like the feel of oils, and they just get very messy on me, I'm afraid, and stain things. So this is by Lumen, which is a Nordic company, or a Scandinavian company, and it's a deep clean. This is boxed. I'm going to pass this one on to a friend. And then the next thing is a couple of nail polishes, because I have a big collection I'm trying to work through. This one I don't like, I've never used. It is by Sally Hansen, 673 Blue Streak, and it's actually a jade. I don't like a dark jade or a teal. I certainly don't like that shade. And then there's a Revlon pearlized pink, and this is an old colour, 070 Wild Strawberry. Tried it, didn't like it. It took a long time to dry, which indicates it's probably gone off. So yeah, I'm going to just chuck those two. Then I'll move on to bronzers. So I've got, no, let me just get it back. No, eyeshadows. So I've got a couple of eyeshadow palettes. This one is by Illamasqua, and it's called Demise. I picked this up inexpensively. I may have even got it in a beauty, and I think actually it was in a beauty box. And I don't actually like the formulas. These two are matte. That's semi-shine, but the mattes are very dry and scratchy like sandpaper. They're not pleasant to the touch. That's a cream that will have gone off a long time ago. That one is the only one that's not too bad, but it's still a bit scratchy, and it's supposed to be like a white gold. So no, I've not really used it. When I have tried, I think I've tried and used the burgundy one, and it's just got hard pan, and it's just very scratchy. I really don't like it, so it's not good enough to pass on, so I'm going to bin that. Then I have a Colourpop one, which was an import, and it's in the plastic packaging, which they've now discontinued. And it's the Ooh La La pink palette. And my favourite shade came Broken, because it was a topper. So I re-broke that recently, put it into another little canister. And all of these, I'm either, well, I might pass it on, but I don't like them. They're very, very scratchy, so I don't think they're a very good quality. And it's not that it's gone off, it was like that from day one. So I don't rate this formula by Colourpop. So it is what it is. I have had other items that I've enjoyed by them. Now then, on to bronzers. I've got Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer, which was in a project pan. Couldn't get on with it, it's far too yellow, so that is going. Then I've got this very recently in a beauty box. It's NARS Laguna Bronzer. I didn't realise Laguna was sparkly, I thought it was a matte. And I know there's different formulas, but this is the original. And no, it's far too orange for me. It's looking cool tone in the on the screen, but in real life it's bright orange and not something, or it turns out bright orange, not something I wish to wear. So I'm going to give that one away. And it's only a small travel one, but again, someone can make use out of that likes a bronzer. Then I have Bare Minerals Endless Summer Bronzer in Warmth. Now, I like the packaging because it's really heavy. I don't know if there's metal components in it. I think it's a plastic coated metal. It's because it's very, very heavy. And again, it's just too orange. I think it's a matte. There was another one called, I'm not sure what the other one was called. This is Warmth, and the other, can't remember. I think it was called Tan, and that was much cooler toned. More of a neutral, but it certainly wasn't warm tone. And Warmth is just, as the name indicates, means it's orange or yellow. So that I'm going to avoid. I've swatched it, it doesn't work, so I'm going to pass that on. This was in a beauty advent calendar in December, I'm not sure which one, but I just thought I might as well pass it on while it's fairly fresh. Then I've got a Bobbi Brown one I got in a beauty box, and it's in Golden Light, so again, it's orange. So this is a travel size. So again, it'll go to a good home because I've not used them other than to swatch. That's the Bobbi Brown one. And let's see, I've got two others that I have used. I didn't like them though. One is Hoola Bronzer because it's again too orange. There it is, it's just a travel one. But I got it with a lot of other blushes, so I'm not too bothered. And I've got Hoola Light, which is yellow. And I have used it, but I don't like it because I don't like yellow on my face. I'd rather have something with pink tone. So then the final one for I've got a Gimme Brow, which is number 5. So it's a dark brunette. I got this in a beauty box. I know I didn't buy it. I'm going to pass it on to someone who has got dark brows that may wish to use it. But I do like Benefit's brow products a lot. And then I have an eyeliner from Daniel Sandler, which I'm using a black one at the moment. This one is a teal. It's it's a greenish colour, but it's more of a greeny blue, which is a shade that I don't like. So I'm going to pass that on. Or will I? Have I used it? No, I haven't. So I'm going to pass that one on. And then I have one that I'm going to throw because I've used it quite a lot. It is Collection felt tip in a dark navy, so that's going. And I've found another eyebrow product, and it's like a stick, but can you see it's now got what would you it has gone off. It's got a white cast, so I'm going to be getting rid of that. It's some sort of fungal growth, I would imagine, on there. So that one I just thought to take it out of my drawer and check, and yes, it has gone off, so that's going. But I did get quite a lot of use out before it got to that stage, and I put it away, got it out again, and then realised it had gone off. So all the rest are lipsticks or lip products. So I've got a couple of Jeffree Star liquid lips, so they set down to matte. These have all gone off. This one is Cherry Wet. This one is No Tea, No Shade. And I've had another one. That one is, I can't remember that one is. I can't quite see it. But then I've got that shade. So this was a Christmas edition. These must have been limited editions. I actually don't like the formula. To me, it doesn't wear well at all. I prefer the Kat Von D because it wears a bit more elegantly. But I, don't support either company at the moment. So, well, I don't support Jeffree Star and I don't support Kat Von D because of the rantings that they've come out with in recent years. So, but these have gone off. They've gone completely dry. They're not usable. So, yeah, completely dry. You can't even hear it coming out. It's dried out. So they're going in the bin. And then I've got a couple of, three that are sealed, that have never been used, from £3 they were from Primark. You can see that there's crackling in it, so they've gone off. So they're going. And let me see. And then I have a liquid, a lip gloss, and I have used this a lot. It's by L'Oreal. There's a lot of crackling in. I'd say there's about a third left, so I've used about 2/3 of it. And this is 202 Dazzle, and it's absolutely gorgeous. I really did love that one. And then I've got a lip liner from Primark, and it's one that's like a felt tip, so it's solvent heavy, so I don't like putting solvents in my mouth, so that one has never been opened. And I have found another eyeliner from Karl Lagerfeld and Model Co. I've just never used it, but I bought them at TK Maxx and it was inexpensive, mainly for the glitter end, but the glitter is too chunky and you can't really see it because it is that chunky. I prefer a fine glitter, so that one is going. I'm not going to give that away. I'm going to throw that one. And then all the rest, I think, are lipsticks. So I'll go through them. I've got a few Kat Von D one. I've got this, which I think is Mercy, a mini. So that's a burgundy shade. So I'll give that away. So I've not used that one. They've all just been swatched. And then I've got this one, which is, I think it's Lullaby. And it's a magenta. That can go away. And I've got, any more? I thought I had more. Oh yes, I've got one more here. And this is Wolf's Mouth. So again, it's a burgundy-ish shorter shade. And I don't particularly like the Kat Von D's original formula, matte formula, and that's what it is. She reformulated before she left the company. And I do have some of the reformulations which are okay. They're a kind of, this one's very heavy and waxy and just really, it just feels very uncomfortable. The reformulations are like the Laura Mercier mattes, which I really like. So again, that will go to a new home. And then I've got a few, let me just see, a few Illamasqua, and I just don't like the formulas. A lot of these I got in beauty boxes. This one I know I got in a beauty box. It's physical, so it's a red. And guess what? It's just come out. So that's it. So that one is obviously dried out. So that can't be given away. And it's a raspberry shade. So that's going straight in the bin. And then I have one called Eredice. And this is at a time where they didn't put the colours on the packaging. So this is an old one. And it's an old bright pink. So that I'm going to give away. Because I think you can use wax formulas. They do last a long time. And then I have this one, which is Vampette. So this is a dark vampiric sort of colour. There you go. And this one's got a touch of brown in it. Again, it's a pity. I just don't like the formula. That wouldn't be something I'd wear every day anyway. It's never been worn. And then the last one, which they have got the sticker on, so it's a newer one, is Nebula. So this one may even still be available, I think, this shade. And it's a bluey toned pink, like an orchid pink. So that one, yeah, may be useful for somebody. I've got a friend who might like the Illamasquas, except for the broken one. And then I have a few of the Makeup Forever, which is gone from this country. So I've got that's a pink toned one. They just use numbers in Makeup Forever, so it's kind of a Barbie pink, and perhaps a little darker than a Barbie pink. And then this is a raspberry. So again, not been used at all. And then the last two, I've got a MAC, which I've recently got in a beauty box called Chili. And this is a rust colour, and I really hate rust colour lipstick, so that one's been given away. And so is a Lipstick Queen one. I'm not sure what that one is, but yeah, that's kind of a rusty colour as well, rusty berry. So I think that's all of them. Yes, I've got quite a lot of stuff, and I'm going to make sure this one gets thrown away straight away. I don't want to give somebody a broken lipstick. So I think they're all the items that I have got through the declutter this time. I'll probably do another one later on in the year, but I'm quite satisfied at the moment. I just don't want to have too much stuff. So I'm quite relieved to have got rid of these, and I can use the items that I have got and that I love. And when I test new things, if I don't really like them, can't use them, I'm just going to put them to one side for a declutter. But anyway, can I say thank you very much for watching, as I do appreciate your time is valuable, and hopefully I shall see you in another video. Otherwise, take care of yourselves and bye for now.